What's up, guys? This is my cousin. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yeah, what's up, guys? It's me, it's Isha.
Yeah.
It's here in Bedbridge.
Yes.
So I'm gonna show you guys my garden, my little project that I'm doing with my cousin here. So let us not waste much of our time. Let's get inside.
Isha, why is your eyes red, man? Huh? Why are your eyes red, brother?
No, man, I'm a little bit tired, man. I'm from the market, so I just need to take some breath. So I was sleeping.
You were sleeping and I woke you up.
Yes, just woke me up. Just wanted to come and broke with you in here.
Wow. So, guys, we're just gonna go into the magic place now.
Alright, guys. Let's get inside.
Yeah. Guys, you know what? The thing is, I came here yesterday not even knowing what I was going to see. I was just here to visit. But I had to say to my cousin Isha that I have to put this on camera because how old are you?
I'm 27.
27 years old.
Yes.
And you know what most people think is wearing a suit or Gucci is the way to go. But I saw Isha here wearing farming clothes with a farmer's hat on. And I said, man, why? Why are you doing this?
Guys, to be honest, I think a lot of people think maybe wearing a suit is a way of, like, let me say, it's a modern lifestyle. But actually, wearing a suit on jumpsuits, or those gumboots, is actually more than cooler.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this because it's more like it's a passion, or maybe it's a calling, because I just need to feed my country. As you can see, I'm feeding people with all these vegetables, and I'm also feeding people some households. As you can see, there are people at the end there all working for me, so I'm trying to create employment for people. I'm not just I don't want to work for somebody else sitting on the office, but I want to employ people as well.
Wow.
So that is why I'm doing all this.
Wow. And how long did this take?
So
where did you start? What made you this? Obviously, we live in Bybridge. For me, when I think about Bybridge,
yes.
I think about what I see outside. It's dry. But you know, when I was sitting by the house,
Yes.
and I looked on the side and I saw green, I said, what is this? How does this work? I've been to places where there's water, but for you to see green like this is difficult. So what made you have this vision in a dry place to have greenery?
Yeah, I just wanted to blend some green stuff within our community. Like the thing is, what I've realized with Bedbridge, a lot of people, they are lazy to produce food. They are lazy to work for themselves. All they think of is, let me go and apply and drop my CV by someone's house, someone's office. So I don't know, man. Let me just use this land. Let me turn this land into something that is productive. So that is why we are seeing all this. So I started this thing last year May, but I had a little bit challenge in terms of finances. So I was doing the flat system. As you can see down there are some green vegetables, but those ones they look older. They are the ones that I started with last year May. And then I do my savings. Then last year December, I got some little cash. Then I started to buy some new stuff. I bought drip systems that you can see. Yes. So I'm using drip system here.
Okay.
These vegetables, and also I bought new solar panels.
Wow.
New water pumps, and then I sit there to get down with the job.
Wow.
So,
did you get a big loan from someone rich?
Nope.
You started from how? How did you start?
Savings.
Wow.
My own savings from my old garden. So I was saving money from my old garden, then I invested it in here on this new garden. So this one is it's a new baby. This one.
Wow. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at the old garden where it started.
Yeah, I can take it down there to the old garden after maybe you're with me.
So what's the name of this vegetable?
This is called Kovo Evergreen.
Kovo Evergreen. Okay.
Yes, it's evergreen.
Wow.
Evergreen.
So why this vegetable?
Because it lasts longer.
Okay.
Number one. Number two is it doesn't easily get affected with a lot of diseases. So it's resistant to a lot of diseases. Let me say so. Number 3, it's also market favorable. A lot of people love it because of it tasty. Yeah, it's got some tasty.
Wow. So what would you eat this with? For most people in this area. And what? And sadza. Buswa. I had some today. It was delicious. I had some with fish, brim, sadza, and in the valley they call it imbita or imbita, or chamolia.
Yeah.
What do you guys call it here?
I would just call it kovo.
Kovo. Okay. Ah, nice. So so when you decided, like, did you ever think you'll be a vegetable farmer, or did you just feel like there was a gap in the market? What made you to decide to go into this? You're a young guy. When I think about Bridge, I'll be honest, I always think about goats. So when I go on YouTube, there's loads of people, young guys, who are going into the goat adventure. So it's amazing to see a 27-year-old that says, I'm going to have this kovo, and grow it. But why? Why this? Like, why couldn't it be goats? Why can't it be something fancy like chickens? Everybody's seen chickens, but why this?
Maybe I can say this thing, it's a passion. It's a calling, let me say so, because I had this dream when I was 25, when I was still at school, at university. So I actually had a little company name with a little logo, but by that time I was much interested into animal keeping, animal husbandry. So that is why if you check me very well, I used to have a lot of chickens. Yeah, I used to have a lot of chickens. So,
Wow.
but I knew that one day I will venture into this. Because the thing why I was much into animal husbandry is because I was too busy and I was away to be on the ground, to be on the field, to see my vegetables growing and all those stuff. There's a lot of work in here, so it needed to be on the ground. So I wasn't around. I was at school, so I know. Let me just do broilers for the meantime. But I knew that in the long run, I'm gonna get into this.
So you already had this vision, but you held it away
Exactly.
for that time.
Because right now, if I may tell you that I have got another plot that I want to open very soon. That will be at around 2 hectares, of which I want to put 1 hectare of vegetables.
Wow.
And 1 hectare of tomatoes.
Wow.
Make it full.
So when you're doing this and you're doing it with a strategy, you already know what the demands are.
Exactly.
But you have it in the books.
Exactly.
Wow, that's amazing.
Written down.
Wow. And like, now can I ask you, now as we're talking earlier on, you were saying that the locals are a bit lazy, they're just on jobs. But why do you think they have that mindset? And what made you not have that mindset?
It's different. different breed. If you might accept it, people are different.
But what's your drive?
Number one, my main drive is the market response. Our market is responding very well, especially when it comes into vegetable farming. Because I will tell you, there is almost around 25,000 rands which is being spent every day in the market for vegetables alone.
Wow.
So there's a very big gap.
There's a big gap.
There's a very big gap. Even if you try to venture into this today, I promise you, after 1 month, you will find your own portion. So there's a very big gap in terms of this.
That's amazing. And when you did this garden, it looks good.
Yeah.
And we all know that everything has a story. What was your biggest challenge in the beginning?
Okay, my biggest challenge in the beginning, number one, was finance.
Okay.
Honestly, finance was very big shock. Because I'll tell you, I did this by myself from the start up to now. And right now, I'm really bit jacked up. So I can now do greater things at a very faster rate. So my first challenge was finance. I wasn't financially stable by the time I started doing this. So I would, pray vendor, can you just lend me some parks, you know.
Wow.
So that is where I started up to now.
Wow.
Now I'm a little bit jacked up. I'm no longer stressed too much about
Finances.
I know maybe I might need it when I'm now trying to venture into my bigger plot.
Bigger plot.
Because I know that it will maybe need 5,000 US dollars or so. You know. So that was my biggest challenge. Then number two, maybe labor as well. I didn't have money to pay my workers, so I will do it by myself. You know, planting all those things, digging all these beds by myself.
Wow.
It was a lot of work.
Wow. Do you know, I do business myself, and from what I've just heard from that little story, is it's not just that you done this, but I think it was also you had the discipline
Yeah, exactly.
to put the money back into the business.
Exactly.
Because I see that the first thing that people would have done, you would have a Mercedes-Benz parked outside with your first amount of money.
Exactly.
Why don't you have a Mercedes-Benz?
Because I know a Mercedes-Benz won't bring me a lot of money that I need at the end of the day. So if I invest maybe 2,000 US into this, I know after a month I would have maybe 3,000 US.
You needed people to fund. And I'm sure that there's loads of people out there that would love to help.
Exactly.
But what signs do you think you had differently to other people who say that they want to start?
Maybe before we go into that question.
Yeah.
Like I've said earlier before that I used to keep my chickens. So I just realized this other day when I was in the market, no, I need to venture into this now because I'm now at home. So I dissolved my whole stock. I had around 150 beds, if I'm not mistaken. So I took so by that time, each was going for 100 rand. So which means I dissolved almost the 15,000 rand.
Wow.
And then put it in here.
Yeah.
That was last year, May. But still, the money was not enough because I had to buy pipes, I had to dig all these beds, to find people. So the money wasn't enough, but I tried with the little that I have to push. So that is where I am right now. Then in terms of maybe help or what, yeah, I still need help because I still need to grow big. I still need to do greater things more than this. I still need to plant a lot of things. I still need to feed my country. In terms of the actual amount that I want, I'm not yet sure, but I need maybe around 3,000 US or 4,000 US, maybe if I may say so. I know that with that amount, I can still try to push with what I have. I can now reach my target.
Wow. And I'm just hoping that whoever's watching this video, obviously, like, I don't really do this all the time, but like when I see somebody that has a drive and somebody that has actually done something, you can look around this garden here says a lot of who the person is. I mean, if you look at the biosecurity from the fencing, from the from all the drips, that there's a big investment that has been made. You know, if you got any help from my cousin, any contribution, he's never asked me to say this, I'll be very honest, but if you guys feel like you do want, maybe I'll put a contact. You guys can definitely contact him and see if there's anything that you can do. Because I think, guys, when you see entrepreneurship like this, where somebody's willing to help feed the country, in this scale, this year is a dime. And, it'd be amazing to see this encouragement, because at the age of 27, there's loads of guys out there that are busy living a life of partying. And this is somebody that's here to actually, that's growing food and being disciplined. And I think, if you guys want to contact him, I'll definitely put his number down. So let's keep going and having a look. Okay. Yeah. So how many people are you currently employing so far?
So far, but
Two. Wow.
Then the third one is my mom.
Wow. We have to go see her.
Yeah.
We have to. Yes. Would you say that she's one of your driving forces here?
Exactly. This is my first garden. The one that I stayed with. This one. So over there is my mom.
Hello. Hello, auntie. Hello. This is actually my auntie, guys.
Yeah, she's my biggest driving force. This one.
Oh,
Yeah, she's also my helper,
yes.
source of inspiration.
Wow.
All those things, yeah. So she's the one who drives me every day. No, boy, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. Sometimes the market will be shaky and you'll be like, no, don't worry. It's part of it. It's part
Wow.
of it. It's gonna be alright. So she's my driving force. That one.
Yes, Auntie. But when he told you about this vision the first time, what did you actually think? What was in your mind the first time when Isha told you, I want to grow some vegetables? What was the first thing that came to your mind?
The first thing that came to my mind is I was very happy when she told me that he want to do this job because she didn't get any work after school. So she told me I want to make a garden, mom. And I was very happy to assist.
But Auntie, but you know, most people would say, I want my child to be a doctor, a lawyer. I want my son is graduated, so I want him to look smart. So why did you let him do a farm? Why were you happy about that?
I know that money and life is all from. So that's why I was very happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing because, you know, I think we got the wrong idea of what is success. Success for us is a DD6 and a Range Rover and town. But actually, those people who are driving those cars are buying this.
Yeah.
They're eating.
Yeah.
You're feeding them.
So
You won't have the energy to drive that
without
eating this. So we are
It's
the
true.
source, we are the rock.
Yeah. And I think that's amazing. 100%.
100%.
You know, thank you, Auntie. I know you are busy.
I am
Eh? Okay, Auntie, see you in a bit. Eh? No, Auntie, thank you.
So let's go to the water source.
Okay. So now, guys, we're going to the water source, the magic, the life.
Alright guys, now let's go to the water source and see where I'm getting the water from.
Yeah.
So this is the well, right?
Yeah.
So this is where I'm getting my water. So I'm using 2 solar pumps.
2.
Yeah, 2 solar pumps. So as you can see that there are 2 pipes coming from the inside. So I'm using 2 solar pumps, but they're not big. It's one is 0.25 horsepower. So which means when there are 2, it's now 0.5 horsepower.
Wow.
So they are all solar powered. As you can see that there are 2 panels there. These are the panels that I use. 450 watts, 450 watts each. I use them to power my pumps. Then from there, water, boom. I'm now watering with my drips. Then everything goes.
Wow. And how long did it take for you to actually, did you have this already in the beginning? How long did it take for you to actually decide?
Okay, so in the beginning, like I just said, I didn't have enough money, so I bought this one, and one pump.
One pump.
So last year December, when I was extending that garden, the one with drips, that is when I said, no, let me add another pump and a panel. So that is when I did this one and the pump.
Wow. And now you're feeding the whole garden
Now I feed the whole garden
with the
these 2 pumps.
with the 2 pumps.
Exactly.
Wow, that's amazing, Isha. That, like, honestly speaking, you know, everything starts from something, and you are disciplined. And I think that's the most thing that I've seen with farmers is they make one harvest and then they disappear. And you've done your first harvest and added on and added on. And I think,
I'm still going on and on and on and on up until I peak.
booyah!
The sky's the limit.
Yes. So from now, where do you see yourself next year this time?
Next year this time I'll be very far. I'll be very far, no I lie. Because like I've said, I had a small company name, actually a small company. I have it with its name, with its logo. So now the thing is just I'm not financially stable to do all those things because I have bigger projects that are coming. I want to venture into cattle, goats, layers, pigs as well. As you have seen that I got my 2 little pigs there.
Oh, we have to go there.
Just to start, it's just a start. So yeah, that is where I'm going. I think I'm too much into agriculture. I like it.
Wow.
I like it more than what I did at school.
That's amazing, man. Honestly, thank you so much for your time. I think we're going to head to the pigs and we can call it a day. But guys, like I said, we're going to put that contact number if you ever want to feel like you want to support. Obviously, like I said, Isha has never asked me about this. This is something I just feel like for the discipline that I have seen and the vision that has actually come to life. I think that it'd be amazing to see young people actually get helped. We need more help for our local farmers, especially when you see young people who are deciding to actually start big projects like this. They need money, finances. There's no credit systems for young farmers. And it'd be amazing. I mean, if you can support him by just watching the video, and maybe one day you'll be eating the vegetables from the garden. Or if you feel like you're ever going past Bridge and you want to buy some muriwo or something, then you can contact and buy. You understand? But this is amazing. Like I say, guys, I was not even planning to film much in Bridge, but when I saw this here, when I came to visit, I had to put this on camera. I had to. This is raw, organic footage. And yes, guys, thank you.
Welcome, guys. Thank you, guys.